Today we are observing World Turtle Day, but let's find out a bit more about Dr. Karnik. So how did you get into small animal surgery?
Okay, so a little bit ago here actually at Ross University,
I like
the beautiful island of St. Kitts. So I was here in vet school, and while I was here and then I went to the States for my final year, I was very drawn to surgery. I love the idea of fixing things and you know, not just healing, but also then fixing. And so that's where I then went on to do an internship and then a surgery residency. So that's an extra 4 years that I did. And then worked in small animal surgery practices in the States, East Coast, West Coast, in different areas. And then I came back in 2011 to teach here at Ross. So I wanted to share my knowledge of surgery with future veterinarians.
That's amazing. So you're a Ross. I don't think people even realize how much work it is. Like, I think they see the students here and they're like, okay, they're working and then they leave. It's still so much continuous education.
Yes.
So, but now you're a professor.
Yes.
In small animal surgery. Were there any challenges you had transitioning from surgeon to professor, teaching it? And do you do both tasks still?
Yes. So I do both. I still do surgery. Did the surgery on Sassy, and I do some surgery in our Ross University Veterinary Clinic as a consultant basis. But that's a little bit less now because my main focus is teaching. And so I think some of the challenges are not being in the operating room, but being a veterinarian is all about education, right? The animals don't know what is going on, and they also don't come in to see you without a person. So you need to be educating the people so they understand what you're going to be doing and then want to be able to do that for that animal. So I already had that background as a surgeon, but for me now in teaching, I really want to be able to kind of pass on that knowledge so that future generations, long after I'm done being a veterinarian, can be performing surgery. Every veterinarian kind of starting out has to have basic surgical skills and do some basic surgeries. I went on and specialized in surgery, so I do a little bit more advanced surgeries, but I still work with the students to learn those basic surgeries. So.
Okay, and what are some other small animals that you work with? What do you find are the small animals you work with?
Yeah, so my specialty is in dogs and cats mainly, but I have done some ferret surgeries, which are kind of almost like our mongoose, and some rabbit surgeries, and so other kind of small animals. But I mean, you could have a dog that's 150, 200 pounds, so not all that small.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm not a large animal or equine, so I don't do horses, don't do the cows, the sheep or goats, though I have been around and helped with and assisted in some of those surgeries.
Oh, this is fascinating to me. Very interesting. Okay.
So in your opinion, what is the main way that we can protect turtles and tortoises?
Yes, so our main, we are actually the main enemy for them.
I can imagine.
And so we can do so much in a little way, just in terms of plastics. So plastics, when they get into the ocean, they can last in the ocean, especially like a plastic bottle or those rings of plastic. They can stay for 400, 500 years in the ocean.
Wow.
And plastic bags, they look like jellyfish, and so leatherbacks can ingest them, they can die from that. And so to protect them, we can do so much just to not litter, place waste where it should go, and then try to be smart about our waste. Take our reusable bags to the grocery store when we're out shopping, use those reusable bags, try to avoid those plastic straws and other things. There's a lot of things that we can do to help save these animals. And then the other things that if we do see any in danger while we're here, because we are surrounded by them in the ocean and on our beaches, to contact that sea turtle monitoring network.
Give me that number again.
764-6664.
764-6664. That's important for you to know. That's really fascinating. I actually think it's so interesting that, especially when you say that we are the greatest enemy. So I'm thinking, who's getting the turtles? But it's us. And I think that we're thinking like in terms of, we're collecting turtle eggs. People have like a lot of crazy ideas about what they could do with turtle eggs. It's not going to help you.
No.
It's not going to help. If you have those problems, the turtle legs are not going to help you. But I think that we don't think about how we could just, by doing an inaction, like just stop littering.
Yeah, stop littering, and then even, we do a lot of fishing, and just taking that fishing line and bringing it back with us. The Sea Turtle Monitoring Network has actually placed up at lots of different beaches, at Pump Bay and at North Friars. Take that fishing line and place it in. It can be reused, right? Yeah. But it won't then be entangled and potentially could.
So where do they get entangled in this fishing line? Whilst you're fishing, or if you throw the fishing line?
If they throw the fishing line, usually into the water, because it can wrap around their flippers, or if there is still a little bit of food on there, then they can eat the fishing line.
And then it tangles up, like you said, inside their
and then
intestines.
it gets in their intestines. There was one that had a hook in its mouth. Luckily, that was just on the side, and they were actually able to bring up that turtle, take it out, and re-release it right away. So, but just those little things, bring that back into our boat, and so not placing it into the ocean.
Yeah, I think we need to spend a little bit more time maybe educating young people about this, because they go to the beach a lot with their families, and as adults sometimes we're a little stuck in our ways. Dr. Zeus again. Sometimes we're a little stuck in our ways, but when children say no, like, Mommy, don't do that, Mommy, pick up the plastic. Sometimes when I go on the beaches, I'm just shocked and amazed at how much plastic waste that we leave. People bring their bags, like, collect your garbage and take it back, take it with you. Like, don't leave your waste tied. A wind's gonna gust that garbage into the sea in that plastic bag. And so, it's so important that we protect our
What about bottles? Have you ever seen a turtle with ingested a bottle?
I've not seen ingested like a full bottle, but actually when they've looked at turtles that have died and they do what's called a necropsy or autopsy to kind of figure out what happened, you'll find small particles of plastic within their intestines. So as they're just eating their normal diet, hawksbill eat sponges off the coral, and so as they're doing their normal diet, there's so much plastic in that water, and so that then is contaminating the fish and our other food sources as well. So we have to be careful, not just to protect them, but to protect ourselves.
Us. So important.
I know, and I feel for the turtle. For the turtle. Please, don't litter the sea.
Don't litter the sea.
Don't litter the sea.
It's really not helping our turtles at all.
Yeah.
It actually makes me a little bit sad.
That's what I'm saying. And
I'm here like so fascinated with the world turtles.
I know.
And I realize that we're actually making such a terrible contribution.
Yes, we are.
But if we can change it, we can turn it around by just, as you said, these simple little things that we can do, not littering, thinking about what we're throwing into the ocean, thinking about what we're buying, even taking away. So those are the little things that we can do.
Now, we're going to be playing a game. Now, you know how we get with these games. We're going to be playing a game of fact or fiction with turtle-related questions. All right. So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to describe it because I'm hoping that's going to get me an extra point. Okay? So a statement is going to appear on the screen, and then we get to guess, you and I, Cortensia, whether that's fact or fiction. If the statement, we both get to guess first, and then we'll give it to Priti, who we know knows the answer. If the statement turns green, then it's a fact. If it turns red, then it's fiction. And Priti doesn't get to play because she knows all the answers. Okay.
You can go ahead with the first one.
All tortoises are turtles, but not all turtles are tortoises. Oh. I'm going to say that is true.
That's a fact.
A fact. Yes, I'm going to say that's a fact. You've already moved on to our next question. We just keep answering them, and then you're going to tell us? Oh, it was fact. It was green. Tortoises usually No, that's not the right answer.
That's the next one.
That's the next one. You've tricked us, but now we know it. You're going too fast
We're going
for
too
us.
fast.
Okay, we're going to cover our eyes. Cover your eyes, Cortez. Cover your eyes.
We won't even know the answer.
Yes, they're coming up green. Cover your eyes.
No, there's nothing there.
Okay.
We can just focus
We're going to start again. Are we back starting again? Here we go. Okay, you can ask this question.
Oh my gosh. Baby turtles start life as carnivores but grow to eat more plants as they mature. Carnivore. I would say it is a fact.
I'm going to say that's fiction. Okay. What are you going to say?
I'd say it's fiction.
She said it's fiction too. Okay.
Let me
Come
see
on
the
with
fact.
the red. No! It's green.
Yes. Do you know why? Because they said the turtle is born with one tooth that he used to hatch out of the egg. So that's why I said carnivore.
It also depends on the turtle.
Wow.
I didn't say which ones.
The sea ones use their... Well, both of them come out of eggs, right?
Yes, they all
So they're
come
born
out.
with a teeth that they lose in a few hours after they're out the egg. Look at that.
But
You see my
leatherbacks
face?
eat like crabs and things when they're older.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
see her face? Come on, read your
How
question.
does she know this? She did the research, obviously. Come, bring me back the next question. Bring me the next question. Okay. There are 13 species of marine turtles.
Fiction.
I'm going to say that's fiction. I think there's more. I'm going to say there's more.
There are
We're gonna
over
say fiction.
200 species of turtles. Look, me being
Somebody
smart
did
today.
her research. She's nodding her head, Priti. Oh no, it's
That's why there's less. There's
No, it's
only
fiction.
It's fiction.
fiction,
Oh, it
there's
is.
only
There are
7.
13 species. No, there are
Seven.
7
There's only
species,
7.
not 200.
Of sea turtle, of marine,
marine turtles.
turtles,
You're
but they're
counting
over
turtles,
two.
tortoises.
I'm counting everybody. But see, we still got it correct.
But I feel because she got the explanation wrong that we should take away. No?
No, never. I said fiction.
I'm trying it.
But I was just, you see, turtle and tortoises over 200 species, but
I was
7
trying to
species.
think. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You
All
can't
right.
take it away.
Your question. Go
A
ahead.
turtle skeleton is made up of over 50 bones.
Oh. The surgeon's going to know this one, I think.
Oh, that's fiction.
I'm going to say that's fiction too.
Yeah.
No. She said that you fix a lot of things inside. I'm gonna go fact just to be contrary.
You cheated. You cheated. The fact is already up there.
No, it's not up there
It
yet.
is. A turtle skeleton is made up of over 50 bones.
I feel I'm right here because she said when they had to fix Sassy, they had to go in there and get into all the intricate parts to make sure that nothing was broken inside.
I should have remembered the honey turtle.
Okay, turtle fact or fiction. Turtles belong
Fact.
to one of the oldest reptile groups in the world.
Fact.
I'm gonna go with you on that one with the fact.
Yeah. Those fellas since from dinosaur age.
Yes? Oh, right. Turtles belong to one of the oldest reptile groups in the world. You were nodding right away.
And
how old?
she said that.
Yeah, how old can a turtle be?
Oh, well, how old they themselves could be
Yeah.
can get up to, well, depending on if it's a tortoise, they can get up over 100, 150 years old.
Yes. From
Oh.
10 to,
Yep.
yeah.
But they've been around since the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Since the dinosaurs, yeah. Wow, that's
I want to be a
fascinating.
turtle when I grow up.
You're gonna be a turtle in your next life?
Yeah.
Okay. Turtles change their shells when they grow too big for them. I'm gonna say that is fiction. That sounds like cock to me.
Fiction. Yeah, fiction.
No.
They can't change
They
it.
can't, exactly. They can't come out. Yeah,
No, I'm not
exactly.
Like a crab. I'm like a conqueror crab. you know?
Fiction, as we say, fiction.
We're gonna say that's fiction. Yes. Turtles change their shells when they grow too big for it is false. And we should
Yeah.
know this because earlier we learned that turtles' shells are part of their body.
Bodies, yes,
They grow with
exactly.
them.
See,
When
I
they
learned
start off like
today
this and then they
they're
grow.
growing with
Yeah.
them.
It's never too big or it's never too small. So they
Yeah.
never need to work out.
Turtles grow with their shells is never too big and is never too small. I'm holding on to that, yeah.
Turtles do not have teeth.
I know this to be false because Cortensia just said the turtle has one tooth when it's born. I'm gonna say that
Fiction.
is false, yes. It's fiction.
It's fact.
It's not like they do have.
They do not have teeth.
They do not have teeth.
So how is it a fact? It's a fiction.
What was the question?
What's the question?
What
We
was the
wanna go
question
back and try
again?
to cheat us.
Turtles
Oh, it
do
said
not
do not have teeth.
Oh yes, okay, so it was a fact. That's what
It's
we
a
meant.
fact.
They do not have teeth. That's what we were saying. Yeah.
Oh my
no,
God.
they don't have teeth. We
They-
lied. I said they do have teeth.
No, they don't have teeth. Remember the one teeth that they have drop off right after they're out the egg? Because
No,
that's
I
what they used
didn't
to get
get
out
that.
the
Now
eggs.
I'm losing.
They don't
I
have
should have
teeth.
paid attention. It's okay. Now I lost.
Where's my
that one.
point? They don't got no teeth.
She got
Thank
the
you.
point. All right, we're ready to move on from that question. Okay. Turtle fact or fiction? Only 1 out of 50 hatchlings survive to be an adult. This is a sad fact or fiction.
I know. I'm gonna say fact.
I'm gonna say fact as well, or I don't think we would go through so much trouble to be trying to to save them.
It's 1 out of 1,000 though. That's why I was like 1 out of 50.
Wow.
I didn't get so deep in the research. Next time I'm gonna go deeper.
So it's really 1 in
1 out of 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah, only 1 out of 1,000.
That's why it's so important that we protect them.
Yes, look at that.
See. Now I'm really losing, but so are you.
Do you see this?
But that's so important to know because we don't really take it so seriously. And 1 in 1,000, that's not a very good statistic. Okay, give us the last question. Maybe I'll catch up.
Never. Turtles live on all continents. They do. They
live on all continents?
All.
Even in...
Remember, these are prehistoric turtles,
I'm going to say that's fiction.
Okay, I'm going to go with fact.
Just to be, I'm already losing.
They do not live on Antarctica.
Oh, yes.
And I was saying to myself,
turtle.
in my head, I was like, not Antarctica, but I wasn't going to give it to Hortensia to change her vote.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, you tied it up.
Don't worry.
I never got this excited about turtles before. But today I am.
Sand temperature determine the gender of turtle hatchlings.
These questions are getting harder and harder.
Fact.
She seems so sure, and I don't know, so I'm going to follow Hortensia.
Fact.
Is that true?
That is
true.
The warmer the temperature, they will then be more males.
Males.
Cooler temperature,
Yeah, they're going to be females. I learned that in my research as well. That's why I was so right on with my facts.
That is so fascinating. You really learned that.
I did my homework.
I wonder why is that?
That I don't
really knows. Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
You would think girls would be born in the hotter climates because we're hotter, but we're in the cooler.
Oh,
but then we're cool. Yeah.
It makes sense though, really. Maybe that happens in warmer climates too. There's a lot of fellas around here.
That's so fiction. So fiction.
Turtles can only migrate. No, I'm gonna say I know this to be false because you told us that turtle's almost in Africa.
Yep.
So that's false. That's fiction.
Yep. Sassy and Phoebe and everybody's just all over.
All over.
Yeah.
They can migrate.
13,000
miles. That is very, very far.
Yeah.
They can move very far. And you think, they make it seem like the tortoise in the hair, the tortoise in the hair, how slow the tortoise moves.
Yeah.
But clearly the turtles be
in the water.
In the water.
I wonder if they have passports, how many stamps they got by now.
It's so true.
Since
It's so true, but they're monitoring them. That must be fascinating to find out where the turtles
they're
end
going.
up.
Yeah.
That's
that was the first question.
All tortoises are... Oh, yes, we already got this question. So that mean we're wrapped up?
Why is it that me and Naeem is always tied? We need a tiebreaker.
I'm excited about that because, I didn't want to lose. I thought I was going to lose this one. Oh, you have another one for the breaker? Okay, this is the tiebreaker. Dun, da, da, da. Tortoises usually outlive sea turtles. Oh, this is a hard one.
I'm going to say fact. Yeah.
I'm going to say fact only because we talked about how much risk the sea turtles are at.
Yeah.
So I'm going to think maybe the tortoises on land, but then they're around human beings and we're not very good.
But we're kind to our pets. For those of us that have tortoises on land, we're kind to them. So we won't put plastic in their way for them to eat it. We won't have something that would tie up their neck or something. We'll have a nice pond for our tortoises.
Okay, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say yes,
Yeah.
tortoises usually outlive sea creatures. That means that sea turtles, that means we were definitely not breaking this.
I've told you.
Yeah.
I've told you.
Yeah, because we talked about a lot of risk in the sea. Yeah.
Still didn't break the tie. We need Sassy here.
We need Sassy. We can just rock, paper, scissors. I'm always trying to engage Hortensia and rock, paper, scissors. Oh, they gave us another one. Okay, you know who we are. Most sea turtles lay around 110 eggs in a nest. I'm going to say that's fiction and that it's more.
And I know this for a fact because I watched turtles lay at Reggae Beach about 2 months back, and that wasn't 110 turtles at all.
Yeah?
Yeah, plenty. They were coming out like ants. See?
Yeah.
So, it's a fact.
It's a fact. We're both wrong.
Yeah, it goes between 80 to 120. It depends on the species.
That was more than 110.
Maybe you were
They were coming out like ants.
Maybe she had twins or quadruplets.
Maybe there were 2 nests near each other.
But they were all coming out of one room. There were plenty. That was more than 100. I swear.
She was just a special turtle.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay, so we learned something else today. So 100.
Okay, and our last one. Okay, we're gonna disagree on this. Let's cry. The largest I've lost my words. The largest sea turtle creature is the loggerhead sea turtle.
Fact.
Ooh. I'm gonna go fact on that too.
Yeah. We are never gonna be untied today.
It's not true?
No,
it's fiction. I'm gonna go fiction.
It's a
You can't change it. You can't. We are not supposed to not be tied.
Obviously, we're meant to be tied. The leatherback is much larger than the loggerhead.
Yeah, they can get up to 1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds.
That I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why nobody in the sea is really troubling.
I know.
What?
You're at 1,000 pounds. Nobody wants to
Imagine,
trouble that.
imagine you get 1,000-pound slap with a flipper.
1,000-pound flap. That would
Slap.
be a 1,000 flap. It's a flap
Yeah.
because it's a flipper.
Yeah. Oh, so
not
a
a slap.
1,000-pound flipper slap.
Flap.
Oh, flap slap.
That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. Even though, again, I didn't win. I feel we're just meant to tie. Maybe the universe doesn't mean for us to be competitive. Rivals.
Yeah.
But we did learn a lot about turtles and
did.
tortoises.
Yeah.
And we're so grateful to have had you here with us today.
Thank
This
you
is
so
a fascinating
much.
section.
It was fun.
And I really enjoyed it. And thank you for joining us and all the work that you do to help our small animals here on St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yes.